You know, Hurricane Helene did a tremendous amount of damage to parts of Florida and Georgia. My hometown of Douglas, Georgia was absolutely devastated by that hurricane. Devastated in a way that I've never witnessed in my entire life. Drove through there and it was pretty emotional, to be honest with you, when I saw the damage that the storm had done and how people had been affected, including some family and friends. So it got me to thinking, and just in the aftermath of Helene, I received a text and somebody just said, hey, what? Basically alluding to the fact that what if you're living paycheck to paycheck? In other words, if you have been working for years and you just didn't feel the need to put anything away for a rainy day, what do you do in this situation? Because jobs were not working. Businesses were shut down, which impacted people's income. And my response was, yeah, I've been thinking about that too. And so it just got me to thinking, you know, we never really anticipate sometimes that what can happen. Nobody. I would never have imagined that my hometown would have been impacted the way it was. Since I've, just been a young man and growing up in that town, Douglas was a place that people would come to from Florida to get away from the hurricane, or from the coast of Georgia to get away from the hurricane. So nobody would have ever imagined that it would be impacted that way, but it was. And it got me to thinking, that's a time, I think, and what I'm hoping would come out of something like that, whether it was my hometown or any other place, is that people would really take seriously the need to, in my opinion, cancel everything else you're saving, investing, stop your 401k, and go ahead and set up an emergency fund that covers several months of your expenses. That's what I'm hoping could possibly come out of these kinds of things, because it can be kind of scary. And this is not to set up fear in anybody. It's just to say that it got me to thinking about, if something like that happens, what do we do? What are we going to do? It's already a very difficult time, and it would just lighten the load just a little bit if you have the ability to keep things going in your household, pay for your necessities, and not have to worry about that in addition to possibly getting your house repaired or whatever the case may be. I was just sitting here thinking about that, and it just highlights the importance of thinking ahead a little bit and saving up for those eventualities that none of us can predict, but it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. It may not be something like a hurricane. It may be multiple vehicles in your family go down at the same time. It may be a tree branch falls on your car and damages it, and rather than having to file a claim and have your premiums go up, maybe it costs a few dollars. If you got that money saved, you can just pay cash for it, and not have to go through the hassle that often comes with having to file a claim with an insurance company. Just little things like that I think about, that none of us can predict. So, if you haven't already, which I'm going to assume most of you have, go ahead and think about that and start prioritizing those immediate emergencies that can happen to us all. And it'll just lighten the load for those times when things are already very difficult. All right, God bless.